Hey everyone, Backpacker Pack here. And with Shining Pearl and Brilliant Diamond right around the corner, that means a new adventure for all of us to enjoy just in the coming months. And as common with a new adventure in Pokemon, there's a tough decision that we all have to make going into which version we're going to get. And specifically, that comes down to fossils, with new fossils being introduced in Gen 1, Gen 3, Gen 4, Gen 5, and so on. And today I want to look into the Sinnoh fossils to try to help you if you're on the fence about which version to get. In Diamond, you could revive the Skull fossil to get the Cranidos line, or in Pearl, you could choose the Shield fossil to get the Shieldon line, where both evolved at level 30 at the time. And just by looking at each fossil's design, you can really tell about, right away, Shieldon is a lot more defensive looking at that big head with Bastiodon, while Cranidos and Rampardos both have that huge, that circular head, which you can use for headbutts. Cranidos and Rampardos are both heavily influenced by the Pachycephalosaurus. Oh, that's a handful to say. By looking at just its signature head and how, if you compare the two, you can definitely see the similarities. Even many Pokédex entries talk about how Rampardos always uses head to headbutt whenever it was alive, even one time knocking down a skyscraper when it was revived on accident. And Game Freak followed suit with giving a Rampardos and Cranidos a substantial attack stat, with Rampardos specifically having 165 attack. Though the defenses and speed are a little lacking, the HP is not too bad, with being in the upper 90s, I believe 97. And Game Freak followed suit by giving Rampardos a good moveset to use its attack stat, by using moves such as Zen Headbutt, Earthquake, Head Smash, and Brick Break to use that 165 attack stat with a nice little range of coverage you can have from hitting all sorts of type of Pokemon. Of course, Rampardos is able to suppress Pokemon's abilities to use that attack stat to its advantage. So in layman's terms, it can use Earthquake on Pokemon that have Levitate. So Pokemon like Electros, Gengar, Rotom can be hit by Earthquake, which only promote keeping Rampardos out there for those Pokemon which otherwise could avoid that maybe like Earth-type weakness, or could hit different Pokemon like that. One of the downsides of the Cranidos and Rampardos line is the poor defenses, and being a mono-type rock Pokemon, you definitely have that kind of weakness to water and grass Pokemon, which are some of the two most abundant types in pretty much any Pokemon game. So you have to be a bit wary about that, because poor defenses, and you're most likely going to be going second due to the speed stat. So you definitely have to rely on Rampardos keep getting a hit once or twice before you can hit maybe and get the KO due to its substantial attack stat. So that's one downside. But if you really need a strong physical attacker on your Pokemon team, going Rampardos and probably going Brilliant Diamond isn't a bad decision, because you definitely have that type versatility and that strong ability coupled with it. And it's also a very cool and unique design with that blue head and being based off of the Pachycephalosaurus. I really enjoy it as a Pokemon. And it evolves at level 30, which isn't too late. It's right around mid-game, so you're going to be able to gain a lot of time with it compared to like Lilip and Amato, which both evolve at level 40. Now let's look at the Shieldon line, which you got in Pearl back in the day, and I presume that you would be getting in Shining Pearl coming up next month. And one look at the Bastiodon and Shieldon, you can definitely see that they are inspired by the Triceratops, with just that big head that's used for defense, and Game Freak, followed suit with the design choices and decided to give it a substantial defense and special defenses. Bastiodon's defense comes in at an amazing 168, and the special defense isn't too bad at 138 too. And so overall, this is the ideal tank Pokemon, but the other stats are severely lacking. You definitely will not be going first pretty much ever, and the attack stats aren't going to be that great. And so dishing out a lot of damage is not the strategy with this Pokemon. Though Game Freak gave Bastiodon various moves to take advantage of this wall-type Pokemon, with being able to learn moves such as Swagger, Stealth Rocks, Iron Defense to raise that already amazing defense, and Metal Sound. So if you need a Pokemon that can help set up and and get through a tough Pokemon trainer fight, Bastardon might be the Pokemon for you. Plus, it's combined being a Steel and Rock type, which gives it numerous types resistances. Actually, it gives it 8 type resistances, and so more often than not, you can help maybe set out Stealth Rocks, lower the Pokemon's special defense, or stuff like that, while being able to take hit after hit after hit, because it just resists so many moves. Though you really have to be aware of fighting types and ground types, because unfortunately, being a Rock Steel type Pokemon, Bastardon and Shieldon, they have a 4 times weakness against one of those. And so you're most likely going to be getting hit and probably fainted in 1 or 2 hits. Now, to help combat maybe that 4 times weakness, Bastardon and Shieldon both have the Sturdy ability, which is okay in those instances, but I don't know why you'd be having that Pokemon out against a fighting type Pokemon in the first place. And against other type Pokemon, you just have so many high resistances and such high defenses that Sturdy really, I would assume, wouldn't come in that handy too often. So I'll definitely say Rampardos has that better kind of ability between the two, if you are wondering which one would be better for maybe your playthrough. So overall, if you're looking for a tough, sturdy wall type Pokemon that you can add to your team to help give it some balance, Bastardon and Shieldon might be the line for you. I know personally, I would lean towards the Shieldon line, actually, even though a lot of people I know both like the Rampardos and Cranidos line a little more. I just really enjoy the Triceratops design and that big head a little more than the Rampardos line, though I love both the designs. These are 2 of my favorite fossil type Pokemon that were introduced in the Sinnoh region. And plus, another reason that I like taking Shieldon is I don't always have that kind of wall type Pokemon on my teams, and so it's really nice for me to get in one of these Pokemon and really change up the mixture of my team and have a nice change of pace, which otherwise I might not gravitate towards if I did not choose it. I know personally, I can't wait for Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl to come out next month, and like I said, I love Sinnoh and I love both fossil type lines, and I cannot wait. I hope this gave you a little more insight about maybe potentially choosing one of the 2 fossil type Pokemons, because that's one of my big things going to each game is, which one do I want? Because you always have that tough choice between which version and then which Pokemon you're going to be getting with that. So I can't wait until these Gen 4 remakes come out. And I hope you all have a great day, you Pokemon lovers.